I see anyone spinning a microphone off of a microphone stand, I'll get pretty angry. You know, you hold the expensive thing and you spin the cheap thing, which is the actual microphone stand itself. You know, basically, I guess minimizing your risk and maximizing your efficiency is a good way to kind of be employed in this sort of backstage work.
And you also learn lighting, which is really good to know, both lighting and sound if you want a career in this type of industry.
The lighting calls tend to be a bit bigger than the sound calls because the physical work they do is a bit more extensive and exhaustive. So we'll usually start the people out. We'll usually start people out as like a truck loader because that's the most sort of basic job that you can do here, or a pusher, which means you're pushing racks of equipment from point A to point B. It's necessary, so I don't want to say it's remedial, but it's lower risk than, say, doing lighting or sound. And then we generally move people to lighting calls because it's a little more technically engaging, and it's you have to be a bit more knowledgeable about backstage theatrics to hook stuff up properly. And the sound calls are usually pretty slim. They usually call for anywhere between 1 and 4 people. Most shows are 1, and that's me. But occasionally we get a show that has 2 or sometimes 3 or 4 people, sometimes 5. But those positions are coveted, and we fortunately can afford to be very selective who we put there. So the more efficient and the more safe you work, the more knowledgeable you become, the better your chances are of landing one of those ever so coveted audio positions. Does that answer the question, I guess, in a long way?
Very much so.
Yeah.
And you don't need to know lighting, you just need to be a good listener, good with your hands, and know the basics, and you can get on, and they're very generous here with the training.
Yeah, our crew, well, we don't really do a lot of formal training. I think that might change. We may actually have some formal training opportunities. But right now, most of our training is on the job. And we understand that a lot of people that come in for these big crews don't have a lot of experience backstage. So what we'll do is we'll train them on the job. But we expect that when people are asked or told to do something once, that they listen, are very attentive, and then repeat that over and over again without having to be told again. Because frankly, there's not a lot of time to go around to keep explaining to someone how to do something. So train your memory, play Scrabble, play Yahtzee, play brain games. Well, Yahtzee's not really a brain game, it's more of a chance game. Boggle's a good one.
Risk.
Yeah, Risk, yeah, exactly. But I think Brenda hit the nail on the head, and she's just said be attentive, listen to what people are telling you, and also don't be afraid to ask things, because a lot of times we won't take the initiative to train people because we'll be so busy. But I think most of our full-time crew here responds well to people asking for help.